see better each time you got closer. And you could reveal more and more each time. This is how Christianity is really supposed to be in the conversion process. We see, we get closer, and then face to face. And this is really what conversion is. Your change in viewpoint. From indifference, disbelief, to antagonism, to acceptance, to faith, enthusiastic support, especially in such change in the person's religion. And we use that context, religion, in a biblical fashion. The Lord wants to convert our thinking, convert our lives, convert how we arrive at thoughts. He wants to convert us to his thinking, not to another group or another religious operation or another denominational, not convert us to someone's group or ideology, but he wants to convert our attitude to his attitude. And this is the truth of Christianity. This is why, as we write about this and understand this, when we look at camouflage, we see the picture of a camouflage. We used to say soldier, but now there are a lot of people that are camouflaged in terms of just playtime or recreation. But in times past, camouflage was used by those soldiers and those in danger of being identified. And this idea of camouflage and conversion are very important as we look at the book of Galatians. So let's jump into chapter 2 and note what is being said. And we covered at the end of our time last week this part. That Paul, now newly converted, who his whole life had been a Jewish man and no doubt a Jewish Pharisee, extremely educated, plugged into the hierarchy of the religious world of the Judaism at the time, now converted, changed, saved. Then he writes in chapter 2, then after 14 years after being converted, I went up again to Jerusalem with Barnabas, now his companion, traveling companion, and also took Titus with me. Titus is a young man who has a Jewish mother and a non-Jewish father. He is what we say a half-breed in some respects. He is with Paul at this point. He's a young man. Later, the book of Titus is written because he sends him to pastor a church. I went up by revelation and communicated to them, he says, that the gospel which I preach among the Gentiles, but privately to those who were of reputation. We covered and talked much about that last week. I didn't just go by revelation. I asked the Lord to lead me to a place. Don't just go to a place. Don't just go on vacation. Lord, lead me. Don't just go someplace. Lord, lead me. That's what he's saying. I preached among the Gentiles, but privately to those who were of reputation, those who were known for, those who were higher class or whatever. He said there were people of reputation that I went privately and talked with them, lest by any means I might run, or it says, or had run in vain for nothing. Yet, not even Titus, who was with me,